Did you pay the Con Ed bill? She would either write a check or go online and have the bank issue a check to pay the bill. Defense counsel, objection. Who paid the monthly bills, or who writes them out and makes sure they are sent out? Either my wife or something. We do it together. And she obviously signs the checks when payments are made by paper check, but most payments are made online. When you make them online, who makes them online? Both. We often sit together and do it. She is the household treasurer, so it's primarily her responsibility. Defense counsel, objection as not responsive. The court, I will permit it, but I am being very complete with my answers and candid with you. It's not as if I have nothing to do with it. I might be sitting with her. As I said, she is the household treasurer. She keeps account of the bills, pays the bills. And who makes the deposits into the Bank of New York? She does. I don't think after 9/11, I don't think one person can deposit funds into another person's account. I think the security reasons mean that you can only deposit money into your own account. Those would be your monthly or weekly paychecks that you give to your wife that get deposited? Correct. They are either weekly or monthly. My practice is not nearly so stable economically. Do you have a savings account in your name? No. Does your wife have a savings account in her name? No. Do you have any certificates of deposit or any other kind of bank accounts at all in your own name personally? Defendant's counsel, objection. The court, I will allow it. No. With respect to your wife, does she have any kind of certificate of deposit or any kind of money market accounts in her name other than the checking account at Bank of New York? No. And all your household bills get paid out of the Bank of New York checking account? Defendant's counsel, objection, Your Honor, leading and suggestive. The court, sustained. Going back to your earlier question, if I have any accounts in my name, 4 questions imply securities accounts as well as bank accounts. Tell me this. I am answering the question. I believe there are some zero balance securities accounts that are still in my name, so the accounts still exist. But as I said, they would be zero balance or minimal. Does your wife have any securities accounts in her name? No. No, I am just bending over backwards to be scrupulously correct in my answers. Other than a wedding ring and jewelry under $5,000 in value, does your wife have any jewelry? No, it's hard to give rectal examinations on your patients wearing rings or do internal examinations. No, she does not have any significant jewelry of value. Are you an officer, director, or stockholder of any corporation? I believe I still am, yes. What corporation, or is that? I believe I occupied those positions in 2 charities. What charities are those? One is called the School for Special Children. The other one is called the American Friends of the Institute. And what is your title on those charities? I organized American Friends of the Institute some years ago. And I believe my current position is Chairman Emeritus. I am no longer actively running it, although I was the person that actively ran it. Do you receive any type of monetary compensation from either of these charities? No. Do you own any stocks, bonds, or any type of defense bonds or other securities in your name? What is the difference between a defense bond? I unfortunately do not own securities. Not stocks, not bonds, not debentures, not options, not commodities. I had a serious financial catastrophe occur over the last several years, which wiped out my life savings. Defendant's counsel, objection. The court overruled. Did you file a joint return? No. You filed your own personal return singly? The accountant makes this decision based on what is advantageous under the tax laws, but I believe for the last several years he has had us file separately. Did you file tax returns in 2004? No. When was the last time you filed tax returns? 2002, I believe. Have you started extensions for the other years? I have done whatever. Yes, typically the tax is filed with extensions in the last filing day, which I believe is October. I follow my accountant's advice. I have always reposed all the matters, tax matters, in the hands of an accountant. Do you pay quarterly taxes to the government if you know? Forgive my ignorance, but I don't believe in the last year or the last tax year I paid quarterly to the government. What's that?
It's okay. Quarterly came out court early.
You correct it.